Let's just jump right in. What if I told you that you could unlock a real, actual breakthrough in your English fluency, and not by studying for hours, but in just a few minutes each day? You're going to want to stick around, because we're about to break down a method that promises exactly that.
Okay, be honest. Does this sound familiar? You want to improve. You know you need to practice. But when you look at your schedule, finding a spare hour, or heck, even 30 minutes, it just feels impossible. And that feeling? It's the #1 reason people get stuck.
And let's be real, this isn't about not being motivated. Your day is just packed. You've got work, family, errands, just life, you know? The thought of adding another huge commitment to that list can feel completely overwhelming. I think we can all relate to that. But what if the answer isn't about finding more time? What if it's about using the time you already have, just differently? This brings us to a really simple but kind of bold idea. We're calling it the 5-minute promise. So this is the core idea right here. 5 minutes a day, guaranteed improvement. It almost sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? I mean, guaranteed, that's a really powerful word. It suggests this is a system that just works for anyone. And yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? How on earth can a commitment that small lead to a result that big? It seems to go against everything we've been taught about learning. You know, those long, intense study sessions? Well, the secret isn't in how long you practice. It's all about the routine. Okay, so let's get practical. This isn't just some vague idea to practice more. This is about a specific, repeatable set of actions you can literally do every single day. The process itself is incredibly simple. First, you just pick a topic, anything. Talk about your day, a movie you saw, a hobby you love, whatever. Second, you just start talking about it for 5 minutes and record yourself on your phone. No one else has to hear it, it's just for you. And third, you listen back. But, and this is so important, you are not listening for every single little mistake. Nope, you're just listening for one thing to improve. Just one. Maybe it's a word you mispronounced or a sentence that felt a bit clumsy. That's it. Job done. And this right here, this is the mindset that makes it all work. Because if you aim for a perfect 5-minute speech every day, you're going to burn out fast. The goal is not perfection. The goal is simply to show up and do it. It's all about building that muscle of consistency. The improvement, that'll just follow automatically. So we know the how, but now for the most important part, the why. Why is this tiny, consistent effort so much more powerful than, say, cramming for an hour on the weekend? Well, the answer is in a surprisingly simple, powerful principle. It's called the compound effect. The best way to think about it is like a snowball rolling down a hill. At the very top, it's tiny, right? But with every single turn, it picks up a little more snow, getting bigger and faster and bigger and faster. Your 5 minutes of daily practice, that's the snowball. Each day's effort builds on the last, creating a momentum that one big push on a Sunday just can't compete with. I mean, just look at these two methods side by side. Cramming on a Sunday feels like a chore. It's stressful, you've got all this pressure to make it count, and honestly, progress feels so slow because you lose all that momentum during the week. But 5 minutes a day, that's easy. It's totally manageable. You can always find 5 minutes. And that leads to the steady, compounding growth that feels almost effortless. And here's where it gets really amazing. 5 minutes doesn't sound like much, does it? But let's do the math. 5 minutes a day, every single day for a year. That adds up to 1,825 minutes. Do you know what that is? That is over 30 hours of focused speaking practice you wouldn't have had otherwise. 30 hours, that's huge. So the biggest takeaway here is this. That guarantee we talked about at the beginning, it isn't some kind of magic marketing promise. It's just a mathematical certainty. Think about it. If you spend over 30 hours doing targeted practice on any skill in a year, you are absolutely going to get better. It's not magic, it's just math. So let's wrap this all up. The problem we all think we have, not enough time. It's not actually a barrier. The solution is a dead simple 5-minute routine every day. And the proof that it works? Well, that's the undeniable power of the compound effect, turning these tiny daily habits into massive, massive results over time. So that really just leaves us with one final thought. We've seen the method, we've looked at the math behind it. The only question left is, what will you achieve with your 5 minutes starting today?